As we're doing that, we're going to pivot, and I want to shout out another company, another business person that has supported me in everything I've ever done since I've entered the profession of education. And that is Mr. James Lampkin, who has a podcast called Conversations with Lamp. He just put out a new episode today. I will share in the comment section, but he has done an excellent job. I've known him since, had to be like 1993 or 94 or something like that, but he is an excellent guy. You can find him on all social media platforms. You can also find him on SoundCloud. If you just look up Conversations with Lamp. I'm going to share that link and make sure that you get it. But check him out. Dynamite person, dynamite research, that he's doing. Hope that goes through for everybody. But once again, find him in Conversations with Lamp. Now, the third theme in this topic, when I've asked people what expectations that you had to get rid of or adjust as you maneuvered or navigated through the doctoral program, that topic was comparing experiences. So that came out as a topic worth studying. So what happened with this, what I mean by that is many of the people who actually spoke to this talked about comparing their experience to the experience of people that they've known who have gone through a doctoral program. So many people enter into a doctoral program because they knew of somebody who did it. Once again, former students and graduated students are perfect examples and recommendations and references for future students. So if you're in a program, who are you bringing up? Who are you sharing in the experience so that they can learn from your example and then engage in this process? So keep that in mind as you are moving through this process. But I want you to consider that. Also, as you're navigating through this process, understand that even their experience may not be yours. So comparing experiences may set you up for disappointment, can possibly set you up for failure. Even comparing your experiences to the people in your classroom is different. You will all have a different and unique experience in this process and in the program that you pursue. So keep that in mind as you navigate through that, because they're going to be different. So because of that, I want you to think about what my conversation with people came out to say, because when I went through my program, I was, like I said, I was an assistant principal in a high school, and I was dealing with stuff every day, and I'm doing my research at night and on weekends, and I'm seeing a lot of connections. So I go into the classroom and I share what I'm learning in the research, also integrated with what I see in practice. But my experience wasn't everyone's experience. We were in different schools. We were in different fields. Some people weren't in schools at all. So their experience was different. So my experience is not the experience of people that I knew who went through a program. It wasn't the experience of those who sat in the classroom right next to me. We had commonalities, but all of our experiences were different. Even if we studied the same topic, your approach and your design may be different from mine. So we cannot compare those experiences because they're all different. They're all unique, things like that. So you have to expect that, and you have to embrace that your experience will be different and unique. So when asked about an idea that they had to let go, one person commented, comparing my experience to others. Everyone's experience is different, and embracing my experience. Embracing the uniqueness that you bring to the table based upon how the research hits you, hits what you see, hits what you experience, and hits how you see the world. All of that impacts how you do this work. So you have to accept and embrace that. Another person said, in comparing experiences, everything will be hard. Just get your point across and be adventurous. So embracing it is not made for everybody. This is a process that is challenging, it's unique. It may be easier than you thought if you build it up that this is impossible to do. So everyone's experience and their approach to this doctoral program and doctoral journey is going to be different. So once again, get to your point, but be adventurous. Be open to the process. Be willing to learn more. Be willing to read the extra thing. Be willing to accept that you want people to be hard with you. Because once you leave your terminal degree, that's it. We expect you to be an authority in this, or at least a growing authority in this process. So understanding that. Another person said this, and I think this is hit the nail on the head. I don't know if to say much more to this, particularly with this theme. This is not a competition. When you are in this doctoral program, all of you are banded together. You will graduate, you will finish prayerfully, but this is not a competition. There's no one in that room, in that classroom, who can take what's yours. There's no one in a doctoral program who can get your topic and do your topic your way. All of us can embrace the exact same topic, but because of our approach to it, because of the design we use, because of the uniqueness of our study, it's totally ours. It's not a competition. If you see that one person is progressing really fast and they graduate early, that doesn't mean that they're better than you. Doesn't mean that they're going to have yours. You have what's made for you. I think that's the best way to say it. When people say what's yours is meant for you, or what's meant for you is yours, that's the best way to put that. So that's the conversation you have to get into. What's meant for you is meant for you. Your approach, your time is yours. Comparing yourself to others only lets you let yourself down, or it's a poor example of pride. Because if you're comparing yourself by others, you're either looking to beat them or you're mad because they beat you. Well, we're not in this doctoral program to beat everybody. These are your colleagues who become your co-researchers, become your friends. You'll have them in different places as everybody's life moves in different directions. You can't compare. It's a horrible thing to compare your experience to everyone else's. So that thing we have to definitely let go. The fourth thing that came out in this talk that I had with people about the doctoral experiences they had to let go is the idea of self-doubt. Self-doubt is extremely prevalent in all of our fields because we experience things that can definitely crush your idea. So let's back up. If you have gone through this idea of perfectionism and you realize that not everything is going to be perfect, that it has to be perfect, and you're going to experience like cracks in the process, bumps and bruises, growth opportunities. Once you let that go and you open up yourself to growth and stop comparing your experience to the person next to you or the person previous before, now you move to this point where you start dealing with and overcoming this idea of self-doubt.